So what up, nerds? So this video is going to be a little random at first, but there's a reason. I'm scrapping a bunch of stuff. I've got like piles of junk around my house that I've been holding on to for a rainy day, and the rainy days come. I got a good deal on a new project vehicle, so I decided to cut all the cats off my spare vehicles, scrapping 2 more of them. Gonna be sad to see my Suburban go because it has been like the best yard tractor because I don't have a good tractor. I just got a lawn mower. So I got to be careful now about driving the F-250 in the wet grass because now I don't have a recovery vehicle. Well, I'm not gonna have a recovery vehicle soon, but yeah, I'm scrapping some stuff. I'm buying something. And I was going to show you that I cut the cats off my Suburban. I actually filmed some of it, and then I realized that people might use that to commit felonies, and I don't want to do that. So you could probably find another video about that, but I use the vendor rrcats.com because I hate dealing with people. So I literally, you just take pictures of the cats, text them to the guys, or email them, and they'll reply with a quote. As soon as they get the cats, they pay you through PayPal and you're done. It's like the simplest transaction. It's painless. So it's Wednesday. I should have the money back on. I should have the money on Friday because, you know, New Jersey's only like 4 hours away from here. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to go home and maybe move around a project car. Well, move one of my scrap cars closer to the trailer I got. It's not my trailer, but it is a trailer that I'm using. But anyway, let's get to it. So this is my 03 Neon, and I wanted to save this one, but you can see all the rust just along the lip of the trunk. And you can, all that rattling is just, it's inside the trunk. Like inside the trunk lid. So this one's donezo. So yeah, I'm shooting this out of order a little bit, but that's the chain. I had a very short section of it, so I just attached it to the trunk latch. That's all the junk I left in there the last time I drove it. And we'll see how well that holds up to being pulled. Wow, this is really annoying sounding. Alright. Am I close enough to it yet?
No. Hopefully not. What? What? Oh. It's a moving.
It's gonna hang over, so there we go. So this is Frankie's scrapyard. Pretty neat place. They sell used parts here, but I've only sold stuff to them. I've never actually bought parts from here, so I don't know what their pricing is like, but I'm probably gonna start because they got a couple first-gen Caravans that I need stuff from. So other than junk cars, they also buy scrap appliances and metal. So here's an old fridge, 2 AC units that are broken. This stove caught on fire a few years ago. And so I'm sitting here and I realized that I entirely glossed over how that oven broke. It broke on Thanksgiving Day, the day I installed it. Our old oven had broken. Basically, the element had burned out and I didn't realize it. So I bought a used oven from a used appliance store and put it in. And Christy was trying to cook a pecan pie, and there's a little sensor inside of it that would tell you when the oven would get up to temperature, and that broke. So when that broke, it just kept trying to get up to temperature, but it never thought it was getting up to temperature. So it was like putting a pecan pie underneath of the broiler. There's a lot of sugar in it. It just caught fire. So my stepson comes screaming out of the house, need you, need you, need you. And I'm just like, what does this dude need me for? He was 19 or something. So I look up the sidewalk of the house and I just see flames in the kitchen. I was like, oh my God, they actually need me. Ago, and I was going to keep it to turn it into a powder coating thing, but then realized I'm never going to get into it. It was a portable washer we had. And this was all stuff that I was just keeping, I had in the barn and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm taking it to the dump eventually. And then I took a car here last summer and I was like, wait a minute, I don't have to take it to the dump. I can sell it for money. So I guess just, turned out that this weekend was the weekend to sell the things for me. So that's what we're up to right now. Usually they don't let people back here, this far at least. But I've been coming here a lot, so I kind of get a pass. He's, I guess, cutting the rear out of this thing for somebody. Oh, Johnny, I'm sorry, buddy. Look at all that rust on it, man. Thing was rotten. All right, so Nugs and I,
Hello.
we did pick up one of our new project vehicles this weekend. Got it from my buddy Chris. Me and him worked out a deal. He kind of misplaced the title. We worked out a deal. If he finds it, I give him one number. If he doesn't find it, I got to register it through Vermont. We'll have another number. It'll work out for both of us. So, but it's got a little running issue, but I'll show you when I get home what it is and how I've got to unload it. It's going to be fun for both of us. So this is what we picked up. I believe it's a 92 Dodge Ram 150, standard cab, 8-foot bed. It's got a 3.9 V6. It's got 200,000 miles on it, but the engine and transmission only have 66,000 miles. It's in like amazingly good shape. It's originally from Arizona. My buddy bought it from somebody off of a Facebook Marketplace, but it has a weird intermittent running issue. I'm not sure what's going on with it. He wasn't sure what's going on with it. We kind of struggled to even get it running at his house, but we got it running, got it on here, halfway strapped it down. He was very gracious and let me borrow all these wheel straps because I was just going to wrap stuff around the control arms because I don't have the right tools to do this. So Chris is a very gracious friend, I will say that. He's helped me a lot out over the years. So anyway, I'm going to see if this will fire up and drive itself off the trailer, but more than likely, I'm going to tinker with it a little bit while it's sitting on here and see if we can figure out what's causing the issue. I have a couple theories, but I'm not exactly sure what's going on. But let's get into it. Now it's running. It did not run like this at Chris's house. I swear to God. Jerry, you were there.
Yeah, it didn't sound like this at all.
Oh my God. This thing is quiet.
Why is it?
I don't know, Jerry. I don't know.
Does it have to go here?
I guess so.
It's surrounded by a bunch of doggies.
So, do him a little walk around. It's dirty, and of course the paint's chalky and flaking off, but it's in astoundingly good shape, and it's running really well. This is not my trailer, and this is what we had to do to get it home. We just had to, you know, ratchet strap the ramps to the bed pockets. And come around here, you know. I mean, it's got paint flake, but it's in good shape, you know? Like, the frame still has paint on it. It's just astounding. Little Woody's wax sticker for you. We'll go up here. Has a sweet bench seat, you know, the thumbtacked, you know, what's that called, Jerry?
I don't know.
The
Roof liner.
headliner. Thumbtacked headliner.
Something.
You know, dash pads are in there, just not attached. I don't even know what to say. This thing is just really clean. So, you know, in here, of course, you know, the battery tray is rusty, but the fender liners are in good shape. There's just dust on stuff, but it's just in such good shape. You don't get stuff like this in Pennsylvania or Maryland or anything like that. I mean, hell, even under the hood's in good shape. Oh. And oh man, I'm just very happy with this purchase. This is going to make a good little project truck. I think that's drive.
I made it so I pulled it back so it actually showed the correct gear.
Oh man, this is pretty sweet. I'm actually have to try and do a U-turn up here somewhere. Maybe I'll go down and around. Yeah, I'll go down and around. Well, the brakes work, so that's cool. Those are where Preston's... What is he growing here? Rhubarb?
No, it's I forgot what it actually is. That's a tree.
Yeah. Oh. Remember me talking about it being a two-wheel drive?
Yeah.
We might have just discovered the limitation. All right, so Chris told me this is a 92. I think it might actually be a 93 based on the date of manufacturer because it says it was manufactured. Well, I'll just show you. 792, and then right under it, U.S. Department of Energy, Nevada, U.S. government property, which would make sense for it having that little warning right here, locked vehicle when unattended. The only time I've ever seen stickers like that is on government vehicles, like when I worked at, you know, a handful of government sites before. But this thing, you know, rides nice. It's very Lake Mead NRA. Neat. It's very like grandpa fresh. It's got some extra door panels in it that are burgundy. They're not red. And it's got an extra dash pad that's for a dash cover is for a 4-wheel drive truck, not 2-wheel drive. But I think I'm going to make this work because I really like this truck. It's just going to be a nice little cruiser. I want to lower it. I really want to lower it. I might even go down on the tire size because factory size is a 215 75 15, and this currently has a 235 75 15, which is the size for like V8 trucks. It's a little bit bigger, it's a little bit beefier. It gives it a little more of a presence. I'm not sure yet. But you know, I'm always kind of a fan of like lower trucks with a little bit smaller tire size. So we'll see. But anyway, this is one of the things I picked up this weekend. It's not the only thing I picked up. I picked up this Dodge Omni GLH shell from my buddy Blair. Gave me a pile of parts with it, a couple harnesses, but it's basically a clean slate. According to the plate, he last registered it, looks like March of 09, and it's been sitting since then. I basically had to cut the parking brake cable to get it to roll because it had been sitting for so long. But we got it loaded up, and I'm not even sure what my plan is going to be with this. So I think my short-term goals are to get it into my barn and away from the township's eyes. My long-term goals are, I was thinking I could put a neon engine and trans in it because I got a couple of those sitting around. They're pretty easy to wire up and make run. I don't have any Turbo Dodge spares sitting around, but I think this would be a fun like little street cruiser. But these things weigh so little that you could put anything in them and they would be fast. So not sure what the goal is for this yet. This is definitely not I don't think this is even going to be a this year project. This is going to be a next year project. So you might see it in the background here and there, but this isn't coming out anytime soon. So I ended up stashing the Omni in the barn next to the Neon that Blair also gave me. So the Neon is, you can kind of see it. I can't really get to it right now because, you know, he gave it to me, 2 weeks ago. It's a 98 Plymouth ACR coupe. It's got a Stratus 2.4 motor with SRT4 rods and pistons. The interior's been pulled out of it, but it's all still in the car. It's got Coney struts all around. I'm not even really sure what I'm going to do with it right now. I think for right now it might just become a donor vehicle for some other project cars, and then in the future I'm going to put, you know, coilovers on it, probably a stock 2-liter in it. I'm going to make it a dedicated road course car because I've never had that. I've had drag cars, I've had street cars, but I've never had a road course car, and I've always wanted to get into it, and I've just never had the opportunity to, because why would I build a road course car? I think that that's what my long-term goal is going to be with the Platinum car. And just, you know, it's kind of sad to see Blair lose a lot of his ambition for a lot of these cars because, you know, he spent so much time helping out people over the years, but the same aspect, it's, you know, kind of giving me a hand up to achieve some goals that I wasn't going to get around to ever. So it's going to be interesting. And I plan on following Blair around because he's always working on something cool. He's always doing something. He's always got his hands in different projects. So maybe I'm going to have him have a video about him at some point because he's just a really cool guy. That's probably going to wrap up this video. My allergies are going haywire this week. But, you know, I didn't get a lot done this week, but I got a lot done, if that makes sense. So an hour a day is going to keep the jack stands away.